Howdy mates, how are we all doing today? Here's a part 2 video for Sunday, March 26th, 2023. This is once again still over at the Myakka River State Park, where right now we're in a bit of a hammock, as it were, filled with a bunch of sable palm, also known as cabbage palm. However, though, that is not really the focus that I want to provide in this video. Rather, I am going to discuss a different type of plant that is in fact very common down here in Florida. So if you give me just a second, I will show you what I mean. Alright, here we go. We've got an example of what is known as dog fennel. Now, here is one thing that I need to point out right away before going further into it. Dog fennel is not the same type of fennel that we see in grocery stores. So, know that right away. Dog fennel is actually poisonous for us, which I'll go over more of that in a second, but the bottom line is, this particular dog fennel that I'm pointing out to you guys, do not consume it. And it's actually poisonous for livestock too. So if you do see this in your pasture, it's best to try removing them if you can. Quite frankly, dog fennel kind of reminds me of looking at like different forms of coral, but on land, of course. You see, yeah, so you can tell, like, it's quite extensive, like, in terms of how many branches there are on it. It kind of has, like, a similar texture to, say, celery. But one thing, though, is if you rub your fingers against the plant, it has a very strong scent associated with it. Now, dog fennel, how it gets its name is the fact that it was used near dogs to basically ward off any other threats that it may have faced. But I'll clarify that in the description, of course. So, here's where it gets interesting, though, about the dog fennel. So, the reason that we can't consume it is the fact that the entire plant contains pyrrolizidine alkaloids. So basically our metabolism is not capable of processing those alkaloids. So if we were to have so much of it in our body, it could actually cause our liver to fail, because it would essentially clog it, and our liver wouldn't properly be functioning in that case. So, dog fennel is a no-go. However, there is one particular form of wildlife that does rely on dog fennel, in which I actually have taken a picture of it before. It's called the Scarlet-Bodied Wasp Moth. Now, they have the metabolism capable of consuming this. So, they'll go for a little eat at a dog fennel restaurant, and what they wind up doing is they throw it back up into a liquid form. They drink it, so they literally drink their own vomit, and then in return, it actually provides them a piece of protection, because these particular alkaloids, other insects and threats, they pick up the scent and it wards them off. And so a male will join a female, he'll share some of his concoction with her, and they'll wind up mating for quite a few hours. They, let's just say, for a more appropriate, because I know quite lately, this has been a touchy subject. Let's just say it's a close relationship. There we go. Anyway, what winds up happening is the female will lay her eggs, and same thing. Those eggs also have those alkaloids that I speak of. So what would otherwise be a meal for other insects and even birds, they completely avoid it just because of the particular scent that it gives off. Now, if that isn't neat to you guys, I don't know what is. But anyway, that is the particular creature that is most reliant on dog fennel. Now, as I said before, do not consume it. It is not the same thing as our Greek commercial brand. But speaking on that, with the commercial type that we use, it's actually a great substitute for garlic if it's not available for our meals. But yes, definitely don't consume it. Yeah, not recommended. So yeah, I thought I would share that with you guys. It was quite neat to see them. And like I said, they're fairly common, and they're seen in just about every county in Florida. And I believe, too, I've also, when I was doing my research on it, they are even found in some of the other eastern coast states. So like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So I mean, it does have a little bit of a range too. But yeah, look at this. It's over here. It's even over there. It is so abundant. So alright. Hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet. Something different. And now you guys have a chance to know more about dog fennel. For those of you either who already live here or are just visiting. So, alright. Take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Journey on a journey is outwards. Take care, folks. See ya.